Hi, I'm Farah and welcome to this class. We're going to be doing a 30-minute backbending sequence. It's going to give you a lot of energy and this is more of an active backbending class. So you're going to be using all of the strength that you've got rather than going into very, very deep backbends. But this is also going to teach your body how to eventually go later into deep backbends if that's your goal. And it's going to really activate the right muscles that you need in order to go into backbends and have a more flexible open spine. So whenever you're ready, just get onto the mat and you will not need any equipment today. So we're gonna just lie down on our backs. Bend your knees as you bring your heels behind your hips. Close your eyes, just find a moment of stillness in your day. Starting to notice the ground underneath your body. Feeling your hips as they root into the earth. And bring your awareness onto your breath. Breathing in. And breathing out. And can you bend your knees as you give yourself a nice hug? So squeeze your knees into your chest, just roll your back onto the ground from side to side. Give yourself a little massage. And can you lower your heels onto the ground? And lift your hips up as you press your heels down. Reach your arms over your head. Taking a big breath here. Coming up to bridge pose. And as you exhale, we're going to slowly lower down. Bring your hands back towards your heels. Inhale, squeeze your glutes up. Reach your hands over your head. Lift your hips high. And exhale, lower down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, reach your hands over your head. Lift your hips high. Keep lifting your chest. Create space between your chest and your neck. And as you exhale, lowering the hands down, lower the hips down. Take your knees all the way into your chest one more time. And hug your right knee in. Lower the left. And lower your right knee onto the side as you reach your right arm onto the ground. Come into a nice gentle twist here. Noticing the breath. And can you come back to the center, hugging both knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. Lower your right knee as you bring your left knee onto the right of the mat. Reach your left arm by the side. Come into a gentle twist here. And hugging both knees back into the chest. We're gonna roll backwards and forwards a few times. And as you land, can you lower your feet onto the ground? Lift your chest, lift as you lengthen your spine, and squeeze your knees together. Lift your feet up, coming into a boat pose. So reach your arms out. So it's really important before we go into any back bends that we're really awakening the core. Lift your chest higher, keep reaching your hands out further. Keep squeezing your knees together as much as you can. And if this is too much for you, you can also lower your feet down. Reach your arms up, finding that long spine. Beautiful. And from here, we're gonna lower the feet, cross your legs, and come onto all fours. Can you lower your hips onto your heels? Bring your hands outside of your knees. And we're going to start with some cat-cow movements in this position here. So can you round your back? Bring your chin in. Really protract your shoulders. Spread your shoulders wide. Keep rounding your upper back, rounding as you bring your chin in. And from here, we're going to start to lift the pelvis as you articulate your spine. Trying to lower each vertebrae at a time as you start opening your chest. Find that your hands are sliding towards your knees, lifting your chest, lifting your chin. And one more time, we're going to start rounding through, tucking the tailbone under as you round the middle back and then the upper back, and then bring your chin in, really coming into a big cat spine. And slowly can you lift your tailbone as you start arching your spine, coming into extension here, lifting your chest, lifting your chin. Keep squeezing your hands towards your feet. And release. Coming onto all fours here. From here, we're gonna lift the knees up as you come into a downward facing dog. Just finding a few small movements in our downward facing dog. You can keep a slight bend in your knees. Finding more length in your spine as you gaze towards your knees. And from here, can you lift your heels high, round your back, bring your wrists over your shoulders, bring your shoulders over your wrists, coming into a plank. Lower your knees down and squeeze the elbows as you lean forward. We're slowly going to lower all the way down onto the ground, lying down on our stomach. Bring your chin in as you lower both hands underneath your shoulders and squeeze your hands towards each other. So squeeze the elbows towards each other. Press your hips down. Press your feet into the earth. Glue your big toes together. And start lifting your chest up. Keep pressing the hips down, using only your active strength here. Lifting the chest higher. Keep pressing the hips down. Lifting the chest even higher. And slowly lower down. Beautiful. Tuck your toes under. Push yourself all the way up into a downward facing dog. Breathing here. And can we do that one more time? So lift your heels high, round your back, coming into this, pushing the ground into pushing the earth with your hands. Can you lean forward, lower the knees down, squeeze the elbows in, and lower yourself all the way down to the ground. And glue your feet together, press your hips into the ground, and bring your hands underneath your shoulders as you squeeze your elbows together. Lift your chest high. Keep pressing the hips down. So we're coming into an active cobra here. Keep pressing the hips down, lifting the chest even higher. Can you go a little bit further than our first cobra? So it's really important to keep pressing the hips down. Squeeze your glutes so that you can protect your spine. And as you exhale, lower down. Push yourself all the way up into a downward facing dog. So it's nice to start our practice with a few back bends. Not going into our extreme full range of motion, but just activating all those muscles that need to be active. Immediately you can feel that you're a bit longer in your downward facing dog. And from here, can you bring your feet together, bring your heels together, lift your heels up, bend your knees, and step or jump both feet to the front of your mat. Bring your feet parallel to each other. You want them to be as wide as your hips. Inhale as you reach your arms all the way up. Lift your shoulders up. Keep reaching your arms really high. And exhale, bring your hands back to your heart. And as you inhale, can you reach your arms all the way up? Bring your hands behind your head. Lifting even higher. And as you exhale, can you side bend to the right side? Inhale, come back to the center, lifting the chest high, lengthening your spine. And exhale, can you side bend to the left side? And come back to the center. Inhale, reaching both arms all the way up. As you exhale, bend your knees, lower both hands down to the ground, forward fold. Inhale, coming into a flat back, reaching the crown of your head forward. Keep your knees slightly bent. Exhale, forward fold. Can you step your right foot up and send it all the way back to your mat? Lower the right foot down. Lower your right knee down. Inhale, reaching both arms all the way up. Can you reach your index finger up as you lift your shoulders up to your ears And take a slight back bend here as you keep reaching your hands away from your head. And as you exhale, lowering both hands down to the ground. Can you sweep your left hand back towards your foot and then reach it all the way up, coming into a nice twist here. So option 2, lift your knee if this is too easy for you. And option 2, lower the knee if you feel like you're still not warm enough or you're feeling a bit tired today. And as you exhale, lower the left hand down, lift your back knee up and send your left leg to the back of the mat. And from here, can you lift your heels really high, round your back, protract your shoulders, come into a plank position. Keep leaning forward, lower the knees as you need, squeeze the elbows in as you come into a chaturanga, and lower yourself all the way down to the ground, bringing your fingertips to the outside edges of your mat. And press your hips down as you lift your chest high. Lower the shoulders down from the ears. Keep pressing the hips down. And exhale, lowering yourself all the way down. Hands come back underneath your shoulders and lift yourself back up. Downward facing dog. Bending the knees as much as you need to as you lengthen through your spine. As you inhale, reach your left leg really high. Exhale, step your left leg forward and follow your right foot forward. Inhale, flat back, reaching your hands back, lengthen the spine. Exhale, press your hands down, bend your knees as much as you need to. Uttanasana. Inhale, reaching the arms all the way up. Lengthen the spine, keep squeezing your glutes, squeezing the quads. Exhale, bring your hands back to your heart. Beautiful. Inhale, reaching the arms all the way up. And exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Inhale, lengthen your spine, bringing the crown of your head forward. Exhale, bringing your hands down as you step your left leg up and send it to the back of your mat. Slowly lower the left foot down, lower the left knee down. Inhale, reaching both arms all the way up. Reach your index finger up as you clasp your hands together. Can you lengthen the spine, finding that your index finger is reaching higher? And from there, can you take a slight back bend as you reach your hands a bit to the back? And as you exhale, lower both hands down and reach your right arm back towards your foot. And can you reach it all the way up so that you're coming into a nice, easy twist. Option to lift the knee up. And if that does not feel comfortable, you can keep the knee down. Keep reaching your right hand directly over your shoulder. So no need to overcompensate by reaching your hand backward more. Exhale, lower the hand down as you lift your back knee up. Send your right leg back, downward facing dog. And as you inhale, reach your right leg all the way up, 3-leg down dog. Exhale, step your right foot next to your right thumb. Step your left foot forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reaching the arms all the way up. Lift your shoulders up. And exhale, bringing your hands back to your heart. Beautiful. So maybe you're feeling a bit more warm now. And from here, we're going to really root the left foot into the ground and bring your right heel to your right glute. So squeeze it in as much as you can. Notice how that feels on your hamstring. Maybe you're feeling a bit of a cramp here, but it's normal to feel that. Keep squeezing the heel into the glute as you activate your posterior chain. From here, we're going to inhale, reach the arms all the way up. And as you exhale, can you reach your left arm forward and reach your right arm back? Can you kick your right foot a little bit higher? Almost that you're grabbing it with your right hand. Keep your gaze strong on your left hand. Keep kicking your right foot higher. And maybe you can find that you can grab your hand around your ankle. If that's happening, go for that. If it's not happening, just keep kicking your right foot higher. Keep reaching your right hand towards your ankle. And so we're coming into an active dancer pose here. Keeping the gaze strong, you can bend your left knee slightly, kick your right foot higher. And whenever you're feeling like you can take a break, can you reach your right hand around your ankle, wherever it's at? Maybe lift it a little bit higher here. Beautiful. And slowly lowering the right foot down. Come back to the center of your mat. Just close the eyes, finding a long spine, noticing the breath. So it's nice to always just take a moment after a back bend to notice how it feels. And open your eyes. We're gonna move on to the other foot. So really root your right foot down as you lift your left heel. Lift your foot and bring it all the way in towards your glute as close as you can. Holding that here, we're just squeezing the heel into the glute as much as we can, feeling that hamstring as it contracts. And from here, we're gonna inhale, reaching both arms up. And as you exhale, reach your right arm forward and bring your left arm back. So we're gonna keep kicking the left foot higher into the hand as much as we can here. So we're kicking up with the left knee. Feel your glute as it activates. So this is basically a back bend, but we're coming into it really actively. Keep your gaze strong on your right hand. Kick your left foot higher. And from here, we're gonna slowly try to bring the hand closer towards the ankle. So if it's all the way down here, maybe you can grab onto the ankle with your hand, and it could just be right here, and that's fine. Maybe you can bring it a little bit higher. Keep your gaze on your right hand, root your right foot down, bend your right knee slightly. And slowly lowering the left foot down, bring your hands by your side, closing the eyes, just noticing the quality of your breath. Beautiful. And from here, we're gonna inhale, reaching both arms all the way up. As you exhale, bend your knees, bring your hands onto the ground as you bring your chest forward onto your thighs. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, press both hands down as you step both legs to the back of your mat, coming into a plank position. Can you lean forward, squeeze the elbows in, bend the elbows, chaturanga. Lower your knees if you need to. Inhale, upward facing dog. Keep squeezing your glutes, lifting your chest high. Lift your thighs off the ground. Exhale, downward facing dog. And as you inhale, can you reach your right leg all the way up? Exhale, step your right foot next to your right thumb. And lower your back heel down to the ground. We're gonna windmill both arms out as you come into a warrior two. Gaze towards your right hand. And from here, we're gonna reach the right arm up and bring the left hand behind you. So we're gonna clasp the hands together. Connect your palms together. If that's not happening, can you just grab onto your t-shirt, finding this opening in the shoulders. Keep your shoulders over your hips. Your knee is pointing forward. So we're just creating a bit of an opening in the shoulders here. Warrior two with archer arms. Beautiful. And from here, we're gonna reach the arms back out and flip your right hand, reverse the warrior as you take a side bend. Lower your left hand onto your shin. Bend your right knee more as you reach your right arm further. And exhale, lowering both hands down. Step your right leg back, downward facing dog. And as you inhale, lift your left leg all the way up. Exhale, step your left foot next to your left thumb. Lower your back heel down onto the ground and reach your arms out as you come into a warrior two. Keep your knee pointing towards your second big toe. Extend your arms out. Shoulders are over your hips. And lower your right hand down. Bring it behind your back. As you reach your left arm up, connect your palms together. Maybe just holding onto your t-shirt if that's really far. Maybe you can bring your fingertips together. Notice your knee is still pointing forward. Pointing the same direction as your second big toe. Allow your hips to be squared, so you don't want your right hip to be lifted over the left. They're equal. And from there, we're gonna reach the arms back out, warrior two. Lower the right hand as you reach the left arm up, coming into a side bend here, reversing the warrior. Bend your left knee more as you reach your left arm higher. And exhale, lowering both hands down. Step your left leg back, downward facing dog. Lift your heels, round your back, come into your plank position, and keep leaning forward. If you'd like, you can lower the knees, lower yourself all the way down onto the ground, lying down on your stomach here. From here, can you bring your hands underneath your shoulders and bring your feet together? Press your hips down into the ground as you lift your chest up. Keep squeezing your elbows together, pressing your hips down into the ground, lifting the chest even higher. And exhale, can you lower down? Beautiful. From here, we're going to reach our hands behind the back. Clasp your hands together and press your hips down. Lift your chest up. And from here, can you lift your feet off the ground? So we're coming into a strong, active back bend. This is a variation of Salabhasana. Keep pressing your hips down, lifting your chest up. Reach your hands towards your feet. Keep lifting your feet higher. Squeeze your feet together. Squeeze your glutes as much as you can. Go a little bit higher. And as you exhale, lowering yourself back down to the ground. Bring your hands underneath your forehead and just take a moment here. And from here, we're gonna bring the feet together, press the hips into the ground, and reach the hands back. Clasp your hands together, and we'll do that one more time. But this time, we're gonna bend the knees. So you can open the knees slightly, but bring your heels together. Keep reaching your hands back towards your heels, lifting your chest, pressing the hips down. Breathing here. As you press your hips down, can you reach your hands further away towards your heels? Trying to connect the heel and the hands together. Pressing the hips down into the ground even more. Breathing here for 3. Press your hips down for 2. Lifting your chest up for 1. And slowly release. Lower your feet down. Bring your hands back underneath your forehead. Just taking a moment here. And from here, we're gonna bring the feet onto the ground, press your feet down into the earth, and clasp your hands behind your back. One more time. Press your hips down, reach your hands back. As you lift your chest up, keep your chin in. So give yourself a little bit of a double chin here as you lift your chest even higher. Bend your knees and and from here, we're gonna unclasp the hands and reach the hands back. Lifting the hips, lifting the chest as you press the hips down for 3, for 2, squeezing the heels together for 1, and slowly release, lower yourself down onto the ground. Beautiful. Just noticing how that feels, noticing your breath, noticing the sensation in the back of your spine, all of the strength that you've got. And from here, we're going to go into one last back bend, and it's going to be a bow pose. So you can bend your knees, flex your feet so that you can activate your posterior chain, reach your hands back. Again, it's like you're clasping your hands it's like you're clasping your hands together, but you're just reaching your hands back. From there, can you grab onto your ankles? And the first thing we're going to do, we're going to press the hips down. And from there, we're going to lift the chest up. Keep flexing the feet and bring your chin a little bit inwards so that you're only opening through the chest. Keeping the feet flexed. Press your hips down into the earth even more. So if it's here, that's totally fine. Keep pressing your hips down, using your ankles to create more space on your chest for 3, for 2, and for 1. Slowly release. Lower down. Bring your hands back underneath your forehead. And just take a moment to notice the breath. Beautiful. So today we've gone into our back bends, but we've really worked on activating all the muscles that need to be activated in the posterior chain so that when you can go into a passive back bend, these muscles are already active and it's going to help you to go using your strength rather than only going passively. From here, we're going to turn around, just flip around onto your back and bend your knees. Bring your feet to the outside edges of your mat and bring your hands onto your belly. Bring your knees together. Breathing here. Just giving your spine a moment to reset. Feeling the breath, feeling your belly inflate with every inhale. Notice how it falls with every exhale. And opening your knees out, we're going to lower the knees to the right. And come back to the center and lower the knees to the left. Back to the center. One more time to the right. Back to the center and to the left. And back to center. From here, can you hug both knees into your chest? Just give yourself a very gentle hug. Maybe roll from side to side. And bring your right knee in as you lower the left leg down. And lower your right knee over to the left side of your body. Reach your right arm to the side, coming into a nice gentle twist here. Just giving your lower back a nice easy twist. Releasing tension, giving your spine a moment to reset after your back bends. And come back into the center, hug both knees into the chest. Lower the right knee down, extend your right leg onto the ground and hug your left knee in. And we're gonna lower the left knee onto the right side. Reach your left arm by your side, coming into your twist here. And slowly coming back into the center, hug both knees into your chest. Give yourself that big loving hug. Let your breath be soft, let your body be soft and easy. And from here, we're gonna reach our legs up and bend your knees, bring them out to the side. We're gonna come into a supine butterfly. So you can grab the inside of your ankles. Maybe you can grab the inside of your feet, but try to keep your spine totally supported. So if it's too hard for you to grab your feet, you can just grab onto your ankles or your shins and try to bring your feet closer together as you push your elbows into your knees. And if this is happening, you can bring your feet together, pushing the elbows out into the knees and really feel the support of the earth underneath your spine. So I love coming into this variation of a butterfly because it really teaches our body how to keep the spine long. Usually when we're doing this in a seated position, it's very easy to round the spine, which is good sometimes, but not in this case. And from here, we're gonna start to straighten the legs. Bring the soles of your feet towards the ceiling as you come into your final happy baby. Push your hands down into your feet. Maybe roll from side to side. Take any final few movements that you'd like to take. Maybe straighten one leg, straighten the other. Just bringing a playful nature into your practice today. Noticing the breath, letting it be very soft and easy. And from here, we're going to slowly lower the feet down. Take a big diamond shape with your legs. Bring your hands by your side. Close your eyes. Let your mind start to unwind. Just give your body a moment to catch up with your practice today. Give your mind a moment to catch up with your body as well. From here, we're going to start to straighten the legs as you come into your final Shavasana. Bring your arms by your side, taking a big starfish shape. Let the breath be soft and easy. Let it be gentle. And allow your practice to continue with you through the rest of your day, bringing you more openness, more strength. You can stay here for as long as you'd like. I encourage you to stay as long as it feels good for you. Otherwise, starting to hug the knees into the chest, roll to one side, and come up into a seated position, finding a long spine. Just giving your practice a moment to sink in, finding this quality of lightness, of openness. Can you reach your arms over your head, taking a deep breath in through the nose, and lower your hands onto your chest. Exhale through the mouth, taking a big sigh out. Inhale, reaching the arms all the way up, breathing in through the nose. And exhale through the mouth, lower your palms into your heart, letting everything out. Thank you for your practice today. Namaste. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you'd like to see more videos like that, please let me know if you have any recommendations. If you enjoyed this, let me know how it was for you in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel.